yoga flow today. So hopefully this is something you need to kind of set your day right and kind of reset the mind, the body, especially during this time. And I think we all kind of need a little bit more yoga. So let's come on over onto our mats. Today I do have a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, then if you have like a man's tie, you can use that as well, or a towel. If you've got that nearby, you can use that. We will be using that a little bit today, or you might need it for some of our postures. I also have 2 yoga blocks for the end in our Shavasana. We're going to do a little supported fish pose, but if you don't have them, that's okay. They're also really great if you are struggling in the postures a little bit and they're not feeling it right. It is good to use a yoga block so you can actually get into that posture that fits your body, okay? Not trying to cram your body into the posture. Okay, so we're actually going to come to the top of our mat today, and we're just going to start at the top of our mat. I'm going to stand here just to face you. Feet underneath the hips. Let's pick up the big toe from the little toe, set it down, find your grounding through that ball of the big toe, baby toe, inner and outer heel. And then just go ahead and relax your hands and your arms by your sides. Ground down into the feet. Feel all 4 corners of each foot. And from there, pull that energy up the legs. A little firming of the fronts of the thighs as you draw the kneecaps up a bit. A little scoop in and up of your lower belly. Feeling that tailbone drop down slightly. And then feel that chest lift and open. Starting to cultivate a little Ujjayi breath as we stand here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Allowing ourselves to begin to focus on that breath. Really bringing our awareness to this present moment as we use the breath to guide us. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Bringing a little sound to the breath as you begin to constrict at the back of the throat ever so slightly, almost creating an ocean sound. Setting your intention for the practice today. Dropping into the body, into the breath. Begin to flutter the eyes open. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Turn the palms to face forward, and then exhale, release those hands back down to your sides, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep those arms up along the sides, palms face forward. Exhale and release down. One more time. Inhale, sweep it up. Palms face forward. Exhale and release back to mountain. This time, inhale. Palms face in. Exhale as we lean to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale as we lean to the left. Inhale, exhale, little baby back bend as we lift the chest. And then come back up on the inhale. Exhale over to the right again. Inhale up through center and to the left. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, tiny, tiny back bend. Inhale up to straight. Exhale, last time over to the right. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale up to center. Last time, exhale. Little baby back bend. Inhale to stand up nice and tall. Exhale, hands down to mountain. Take a moment here, maybe roll the shoulders back a few times. And then I want you to just go ahead and wiggle everything out. Wiggle it out, wiggle it out. Shake it all out. And then come on back to your mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. This time as we exhale, bend the knees and forward fold. Inhale up halfway onto your shins. Extend that spine forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to mountain. Again, inhale. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift onto your shins. And fold forward. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale to mountain. Last time, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale to mountain pose. Good. Taking a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale halfway. As we exhale, go ahead and step your left leg back behind you into a lunge. Drop the knee. Take another inhale as you lengthen your chest up and forward. And as you exhale, push the hips back, walk the hands back, and lift those right toes. Inhale as you walk forward again into your lunge, lift the chest. Exhale as you walk back and stretch out the back of the leg. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time, inhale forward. Plant that left hand. And then rotate over to the right side as you lift your right arm into a little revolving lunge. Go ahead, release the right hand down. And when you're ready, step to the top of your mat. Left meets right. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to mountain. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale and swan dive forward. Halfway lift. And as you exhale, step the right leg back. Drop the right knee. Inhale, lengthen and lift the chest forward. Exhale as you sink the hips back. Peel the left foot off the mat. Inhale, come forward again to your lunge. Exhale and press the hips back. One more time, inhale it forward. And exhale, press it on back. Inhale forward to your lunge. Exhale as you set that right hand down on the mat. Inhale, open that left arm. Little revolving lunge here. Pull the belly in. And on your next exhale, release the left hand down. Inhale, big step to the top of your mat. Right meets left. Good. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. This time, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back. High plank position. You can drop to the knees. Take an inhale, lengthen the chest forward. And as you exhale, belly pulls in, elbows stay close as we come all the way chest to the floor. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale and release the chest. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, back into child's pose. Hips towards heels. Reaching those arms forward, maybe forehead to the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, inhale, come all the way through to that kneeling plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower yourself to the mat. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale and release the chest. Inhale to all fours. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale through again, kneeling plank. Exhale and lower. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale and release the chest. Inhale to all fours. Exhale to your child's pose. Last time. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale to your cobra. This time as you exhale, press back, curl the toes under, and find your downward facing dog. As you lift those sit bones back and up, press back through the arms. So find that connection between all 10 knuckles, that whole circle of the palm. Press back, feel that extension and that opening through the side body as you take those upper arm bones and spin them in towards the midline of your mat. From here, on your inhale, let's come forward as we ripple to our high push-up or high plank position. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale forward to your high push-up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Last one, inhale forward. Exhale, down dog. Good work. Now we're going to do our sun salutations a little differently today. Keep those knees soft. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of your mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale as you come all the way up. And this time exhale, hands to heart center. So working on our sun salutations from the back half of our mat today. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale and swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway up. And as we exhale and fold, we start to walk the hands forward to the top of our mat into plank pose. Take an inhale here, draw that belly button up towards the spine, and on your next exhale, maybe you lower from the knees. As you come down, maybe you go halfway, shoulders in line with those elbows, and you flip to upward facing dog or find your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Begin to walk your hands back towards the feet again, coming to the back of your mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Again, inhale. Swan dive forward. Halfway lift. And as you exhale and fold, start to walk it forward to the top of your mat. High plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and lower. Maybe it's a chaturanga and then an up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Draw those abdominals up and back to lift those hips. Let's go ahead and sweep that right leg back and up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, let's bring that right foot forward and step it between the hands. Pivot that back heel down and in. Warrior one. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach through those fingertips. Press down through that outer edge of that back foot. Square that left hip forward. Transitioning here to warrior three, balancing pose. We are going to take the weight onto the right leg Reaching those arms forward or hands to the chest. Start to balance on that right leg as we lift the left leg up behind us. See if you can square those left toes down to the mat. Finding your balance. Eyes are down and slightly forward. Good work. Now when you're ready, slowly floating those left toes back down, we're going to find our high crescent lunge. Bend into that front knee, find your balance, go ahead, reach those arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to your high plank or high push-up. Take an inhale, lengthen, exhale and lower. All the way to the floor or chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale as you step that left foot forward between the hands. Back foot, pivot the heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Reaching up, bending into that front knee. Finding your breath. Good, transitioning to warrior three, our balancing pose. We're going to lean forward slightly, transition the weight to the left leg, and then float that right leg up behind us. See if you can square the right toes down, almost like a capital T position. Reaching those arms or hands at heart center. Continue to breathe. If you fall out of it, it's okay. That's actually how the body learns. And then when you're ready, slowly floating those right toes back down. Find your high crescent lunge. And when you're ready, reach those arms up alongside the ears. Sinking down. Energize that back leg. And exhale the hands to the mat. Go ahead, step back to high plank. And exhale, lower. Knees or toes. Chaturanga perhaps as you flip to up dog. Or make your way down to the floor and find your cobra. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Let's add on. Inhale, right leg back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale as you step it forward between the hands and find warrior one. Inhale as we rise up. Good. Exhale, let's start to move forward to find that warrior three. Left leg lifts. Press down into that right foot. Find stability in that right leg. Good. Float those left toes back down. High crescent lunge. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and open to warrior two. Belly to the long edge of your mat. Bend into that right knee. Stack it over the ankle. Heel to arch alignment. Shoulders over top of those hips. Pull that pubic bone up towards the belly button so that you feel the tailbone slide down as though you're zippering up that lower belly. Excellent. Let's take a little flow here through warrior two. We're going to inhale, turn those right toes to the long edge of our mat. Now exhale, turn your left toes to the back of your mat. Find warrior two at the back of your mat. Inhale back to center. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Inhale up, center. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Let's hold warrior two at the back of your mat. Good. Let's go ahead and find extended side angle. Forearm to your thigh. As you turn and open, right arm floats over your shoulder. Now if you want to take this a little deeper, slide those fingertips down to a block or the mat on the outside of that foot. Opening the chest. Feeling it in the hips a little. Good work. Look to the top of the foot. As you inhale, we're going to straighten that front leg and we're going to move into triangle pose. So left leg has a little micro bend. Again, float that right arm over the shoulder. Now press those hips towards that long edge of the mat. Lengthen both sides of the body. If that means you need to come up a little higher, do so. Good. Now look down to the top of that left foot. Find warrior two as you bend into that front knee. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Good. Now let's take that flow again. Inhale up through center. Exhale to the top of our mat, warrior two. Inhale up, center. Exhale to the back of the mat. Inhale up, center. Exhale to the top of the mat and hold. Let's take extended side angle. Forearm on top of the thigh as we sweep that left arm up. Or go ahead and slide that right hand down to the outside of that right foot. Now look to the top of the right foot. As you inhale, let's straighten through that front leg. Slide the fingertips onto the shin. Turn and open to triangle pose. Little micro bend in that knee. There we go. Good work, everyone. Now look to the top of that right foot. Warrior two as we come on up. Sink into your right knee. Stack those shoulders over the hips. Drop that back hip, the left hip. Lift the right. Good. Let's take a pinwheel to the floor. Find your lunge. Step back to your high plank. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lower chaturanga or up dog, cobra, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep that right leg back and up. Exhale as you step it forward, warrior one. Inhale, sweep it up. Good. And then moving into warrior three as you balance on the right leg. Reach those arms forward. Reach those left toes back and down. Good. Let's float those left toes back down. Find that high lunge, crescent lunge. Adding on, palms come together. We are going to spin to the right. You can drop the left knee if you like, working that left arm to the outside of that right knee for our twisting lunge. Press your top hand into your bottom hand. Lengthen from that back heel to the crown of the head. You can gaze at the top right corner of your mat or look back over your right shoulder. Belly's in. And then when you're ready, let's come all the way up, spinning it open to warrior two. Bending into that right knee. Good, let's take that flow. Inhale up to center. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale up to center. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale up through center. Exhale, warrior two to the back and hold. All right, extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh or fingertips to the floor. As you open that right arm, keep tucking that left butt cheek under. Good, look to the top of the foot, finding triangle pose. Straightening through that left leg, fingertips on the shin. Press those hips forward towards that long edge of the mat. Good, let's find your warrior two. As you inhale, exhale and sink. Reverse warrior. Inhale, flip that left palm and reach back and up. And pinwheel to the floor. We're at a lunge facing the back of our mat. Go ahead, plant your hands. Step that left leg back to meet the right. High plank position. Exhale, take it through a vinyasa. As you lower, find your up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's sweep that left leg back and up. Exhale as you step it forward between the hands. Good. Pivot the back heel down. Pinwheel up to find your warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Let's take it through that flow. Inhale up to center. Exhale to the top of your mat, warrior two. Inhale, center. Exhale to the back of your mat. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Take a moment to adjust your feet. Reach through the arms. Side angle. Take forearm to the thigh. Reach the fingertips down as we take that left arm up and over the shoulder. Root down through the feet. Look to the top of that right foot, moving into triangle pose. As we straighten through that front knee, drop the fingertips to the shin, and then turn it open. Little micro bend in that front knee. Protect the knee joint. Soften. So as we try to move into these poses, and we try to find that full expression, see if you can soften into the posture a little bit more. Good, look to the top of the foot. Let's inhale to warrior two. Exhale as you sink. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right palm flips as you reach it back and up. Exhale as you pinwheel to the floor. Land at a lunge at the top of your mat. Plant your hands, step your right foot back to meet your left. High plank. Exhale and lower. Your version of your vinyasa flow here, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Sweeping up, left leg, step to the top of your mat, warrior one, press that heel down, inhale, sweep it up. Let's find our warrior three as we transition forward, reaching the fingertips forward, reaching that right leg back, square the toes down. Slowly floating those right toes back down to your high lunge. Reach those arms up alongside the ears. Exhale as we take it over to the left into our twisting lunge. Drop that right knee if you need to. Work that arm over, press top hand into bottom hand. Draw that belly button into the spine. Give yourself a little bit more room for that twist. Good work. And then when you're ready, a big pinwheel up and open to warrior two. Belly on the long edge of your mat, opposite side this time. Bending into that left knee. Good, we're taking it all the way around the world. To the other side of the mat, a 180. Good work. Let's take a little flow here on that warrior two. Up through center. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. Inhale up through center. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Last one, up through center. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. Find a moment here, find your warrior two. Good. Now let's take it forearm to the thigh for that side angle pose. Or drop the fingertips if you want to add on to this. Reach that left arm a little forward. Spin that pinky finger down. Extended side angle. And then when you're ready, slowly working your way up into your triangle pose. Little straightening through that right leg. Good, let's find your warrior two. Good work. Reverse warrior. Flip that right palm, reach back and up. And then pinwheel to the back of your mat. Step your right leg back to meet your left, high plank. Exhale and lower. Take it through your vinyasa. Down dog, or up dog, or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, or child's pose. Sweep that right leg back and up, three-legged dog, and exhale as you step it towards the back of your mat. Pivot that front heel or that left heel down, pinwheel up to find your warrior two. Good, inhale, let's flow to center. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Last time. Find your warrior two at the top of your mat, left foot forward, right leg back. And moving into your extended side angle, forearm to the thigh, or reaching those left fingertips to the outside of that left foot. Right arm reaches over top of that top ear. Turn that pinky finger down. And then when you're ready, making your way into triangle pose. Take a big inhale, open that right arm. Lengthen both sides of the waist. Go ahead, find warrior two, inhale. Exhale as you sink into your warrior two. Now flip that left palm, reverse warrior. And pinwheel all the way to the front of your mat, find your lunge. Step your left leg back to meet your right, high plank or kneeling plank. Exhale and lower. Either it's chaturanga or all the way to the floor. Find your cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. Press those hips back and up. Draw that belly in. Feel the length in both sides of the body. Let's bend those knees even more. Start to walk the hands back towards the feet at the back of your mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take the big toes to touch. Ankles slightly apart, little thumbprint size between those heels. Taking it to chair pose, Utkatasana, slide the hips and shins back. Arms reach up alongside the ears. Squeeze everything to midline. Even those outer hips. Feel as though you're squeezing those outer hips in as well. Squeezing the inner thighs, the knees, the shins. Good. Let's take the palms together. Exhale as we spin to the right. Catching that elbow on the outside of the knee. Twisting chair. Inhale back to your chair. Exhale and spin to the left. Challenging those legs right now. They might be shaking a little bit. It's okay, dig in. Find your breath. Your breath helps connect you to this moment. Helps you tap in to find that fire. To be in that tapas, to be in that heat. And inhale to your chair. Exhale and swan dive forward. Let's heel toe those feet out, hip distance. Inhale up halfway. And as you exhale and fold, walk those hands forward to the top of your mat, plank position. Good. Exhale, take it through a vinyasa. Lowering down either to the floor for your cobra or find your upward facing dog, downward facing dog, or child's pose. Take a breath and exhale it through the mouth. Let's bring it down onto the knees and the shins. Go ahead, open up the knees wide, bring the big toes to touch, and sit it back into child's pose, Balasana. Arms can continue to reach forward. You can stack and place the forehead on the back of the hand. Taking a couple of deep breaths, noticing how the belly fills that space between the legs on your inhales. And then exhale and feel that back side of the body sink. And slowly making your way back up onto all fours. Bring those knees under the hips, curl the toes, find your downward facing dog as you lift the hips and send it back. Go ahead and start to walk your feet and your hands to the center of your mat. Hip distance apart with those feet. Inhale up halfway. This time exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, come all the way up to stand and release the hands. Working into a little balancing pose. We're going to transfer the weight onto the right leg. I want you to bring your left knee up in line with that left hip. You can interlace your hands around the front of that left knee. Whew. See if you can ground down into that right foot. Straighten that right knee or that right leg as much as possible. Roll those shoulders back and down. Now find a drishti, kind of a point of gaze, a focus. Soften the eyes. And if you like to take this a little further, you're going to place your right hand on your hip and maybe start to open that left knee to the left. See if you can stand a little taller, a little straighter. And then bringing it back through center. Let's bring your left hand to your left hip. And then when you're ready, extend that left knee all the way out and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on down. Switch it over to the other side. Ground down through the left foot. Right knee comes up in line with the right hip. You can go ahead, interlace your hands around the front of the knee. Again, roll those shoulders back. Find some foundation in that left foot. From core to floor and floor to core. If you want to add on, left hand to the left waist as you open that right knee. Find your breath. Find a drishti, a point of focus. Bring it back to center. Right hand to right waist. And when you're ready, extend that right knee all the way out. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Release it on down. Good. Let's take that right ankle. Cross it on top of that left thigh. For figure 4, if you need to hold on to something, go ahead. We're going to start to hip hinge forward as we press that butt and hips back. Bring the hands to heart center as we take a little mini squat here. You're going to feel a little opening in that right hip. If you want to take it further, drop the fingertips to the floor. Maybe you can go ahead and straighten the left leg a little bit as you bow your nose towards the knee. And then bend into that left knee again. Lift the chest, lift the eyes. Hands to heart center as we float all the way back up, pressing those hips forward. And release that right foot. Switch it over to the other side. This time left ankle on top of the right thigh. Go ahead and start to squat back, hips shift back. Keep that chest lifted as much as possible. You can hold it here. Or if you want to go ahead, drop the fingertips to the floor. Maybe even straighten that right leg a little bit as you drop the nose to the knee. And then go ahead, bend into the right knee. Lift the chest and the eyes first. Hands to heart center. And ground down through that right foot as you start to float all the way back up. Pressing those hips forward. And releasing that left foot to the mat. Shake it out. Good. Let's come to the back of your mat. One last vinyasa. As we inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale and swan dive forward. Halfway lift. And as you exhale and fold, start to walk it forward to your high plank or kneeling plank. Take a moment here. Find your length in that whole front side of the body. And then when you're ready, then you can exhale, take your vinyasa, find your up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. And when you're ready, drop to the knees and the shins. We're going to hold it here in this plank or this tabletop position. We're going to take your right knee. And I want you to take your right knee and your right leg in front of you, cross it over the left. Okay, so you're going to cross it over the left, open your ankles, and sit it back onto your bums. So you have this right knee stacked on top of the left, maybe not. Maybe it's way over here, that's okay. No worries. Okay, whatever you can manage here. So a little cow facing pose. So we have those knees stacked as much as possible. Make sure you ground those sit bones down. If not, you need to sit on a couple of blocks, so maybe 2 blocks side by side or on 1 block. Lift the hips off the floor. We're going to reach those arms up overhead. We're going to drop that right hand down towards that upper back. And we're going to give the triceps a little stretch here as we grab hold of that elbow with the left hand and just a gentle press back. Keep the chin lifted. And then slowly releasing, shake the arms out. You can unravel the legs, make your way back into that tabletop. This time you're going to take the left leg forward, cross it in front of the right knee, open up those ankles, and sit yourself back onto your sit bones again. So this time the left knee is on top of the right. Make your adjustments. Again, maybe that doesn't work and you're way over here, or you're like this, okay, and that left knee is lifted. That's okay. We'll work down there eventually, okay? So finding your sit bones, ground down, bring those arms up, drop that left hand to the upper back, and then take that right hand and gently pull that left elbow back. See if you can keep the chin lifted. And then go ahead and release the arms. And take yourself forward again, unwind the legs. Come back to your tabletop. Give yourself a couple of cat-cows here as you inhale. Lift the tailbone, lift the chest, but still lengthen forward with that chest. And then exhale as you press into the hands and round the back, draw your belly button up. Take it a few more times through this. And when you're ready, slowly finding child's pose one last time, big toes to touch. This time, perhaps as you settle those hips back, you can release the forehead and then just wrap those arms around the side body. Taking a few breaths here. And then gently, hands under the shoulders as we begin to roll it up. And then bring ourselves onto one hip, swinging those legs forward. If you have your strap or your man's tie, you can use your towel, you can use it for this. So seated forward fold, you're going to go ahead and just kind of walk a little bit of flesh out from underneath the bum there so you can feel your sit bones. Bending your knees, flipping your strap to the bottoms of the feet. We're going to take an inhale, sit it up nice and tall. And then as we exhale, let's use that strap to gently pull ourselves forward, hip hinging from the hips, keeping that spine long. And then go ahead, maybe you can straighten the legs a little more, maybe you need to leave them bent. And then inhale, come all the way up. Exhale and release. Let's go ahead and bend that left knee in towards that right inner thigh. We're going to place our left hand behind us. We're just going to take a quick little back bend here. So when you're ready, we're going to press the hips up, reach your right arm back and up so you're on your left shin. A little reach behind you. And then come on back down. All right, switch it up this time. Right foot comes to your left inner thigh. All right, your right hand comes behind you. And when you're ready, push the hips up onto that right shin as you reach your left arm back and over. And then come on back down. Good, reach those legs forward, give them a little shake out. And then making sure you have some room behind you as you roll yourself down onto your back. We're going to bring those feet up towards the ceiling, finding happy baby pose, peace fingers around the big toes, or perhaps you're just holding your ankles. Just allowing the weight of the arms to pull those knees down towards your armpits. And then when you're ready, release the hands from the feet, bring those legs together, and then set them down on the mat. Open those feet up nice and wide, arms out to your sides, and just take a couple of windshield wiper washes with those knees, just kind of letting them fall from side to side. And when you're ready, bringing it back to center, extending that left leg all the way out. We're going to flip ourselves a little bit onto that left hip. So tuck your left hip down and under just a little bit. And let's draw your right knee and your right leg across to the left side. A little spinal twist here. Keep that right arm extended at shoulder height or lower. And if you want to go ahead and add the little drop of the chin towards your right shoulder, feel free. Working that right shoulder blade back down onto the mat. On your inhales, feel the length in your spine. So feel that spine get a little longer, a little taller. And as you exhale, notice how that twist gets a little deeper. And then slowly bringing the head back to center. And then bringing the hips and the legs back to center. Extending the right leg this time. Little tuck of that right hip under as you draw your left knee across the chest, across the body towards the right side of the room, and extend your left arm out. You can drop your chin towards that left shoulder, just enjoying this spinal twist. Feels good. And then slowly bringing the head back, releasing those legs, bringing those hips back to center, and drawing the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a couple of rock and rolls from side to side. A little massage on that low back. Always love to finish with this. Always feels so good if you want to draw some circles with the knees. Couple of times one way and then the other. And then slowly releasing one leg and the other into your final Shavasana today, your final posture. Maybe you need to kind of wiggle the hips, relax those legs, feet. Take a deep breath in through the nose, open the mouth and exhale with a sigh. Nobody can hear you. Letting go of that Ujjayi breath, any expectation on the breath, and just let it happen naturally. Perhaps parting the lips, allowing the jaw to release and soften. Your choice to stay here in your Shavasana as we finish our class today. Or if you like, maybe bringing those knees into the chest and giving yourself a couple of rock and rolls on that spine until you come up to seated. And if you are in seated position, just crossing those legs. Maybe bringing the hands to heart center. finishing our class today with one word. You can either say it out loud with me or just whisper it to yourself. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. And until next time, bye.